Is your marriage not as exciting as it used to be? Is the burning passion that you once had for each other slowly fading away? Do you both find it difficult or impossible to communicate? Do you find yourself spending less and less quality time together, often doing things alone? Well then, it's time to restore that love and passion that you once had. For over 30 years, Mitch Freestat has been coaching individuals just like you with a wide variety of issues, specializing in coaching for marriage improvement. Don't ever give up on your marriage.
This 20-minute video is for anyone who has heard their spouse or partner say, "I'm not happy. I want a divorce. I want a separation." I know that at times like this it seems hopeless, but I'm here today to tell you there is great hope. You may say, "Yeah, that sounds great, Mitch, but I've been trying to work on this for 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, and nothing has worked. We've gone to psychologists, counselors, marriage therapy. Nothing has worked." I understand. Nothing that you've done before has worked. That's why I'm here. The thoughts that create this feeling of hopelessness are thoughts like, "They don't understand me. We're incompatible. It's impossible that they can change. It's just the way that they are. There's no use trying. I'm never good enough." It's thoughts like these that lead to this feeling of hopelessness. Based on my circumstances, my feelings can change. It's the same thing in your relationship. If the circumstances within your relationship change, then hope begins to come back. In this video, I am not going to ask you to change who you are. I'm not going to ask your spouse or your partner to change who they are. If anything, I am going to free you to be the person that you really are, not the person that your anger makes you into, but actually the kind and loving person that you are, the person that you both fell in love with. How we start is developing the goal. As a coach comes in, says, "Where are we today, and what is the goal that we desire?" If you're watching this video, you are hoping to heal, enhance, or restore your relationship into the excitement and passionate relationship you had at the beginning, when you were in love with each other. That is a great goal, and it is very attainable. To get to the goal, we have to do only what is productive toward the goal. We don't want to take the past and all the things that we have done and all the things that have been done to us and bring them into the present. It's the past, it's those list of things, the list that I have against my spouse that holds me back from actually allowing myself to be all in to the process of getting to the goal. This may be difficult because most of us over the years will brainwash ourselves saying the same thing over and over with passion. I hate this person. I don't like them. I don't love them. I don't like them. I don't love them. They're not good enough for me. I hate them. Now, if you say that to yourself for years, over and over again, you have brainwashed yourself into really believing that. And you have your list of all the things that justify those thoughts. And you may have that list and some justification. Some of those things on that list may really be true. Some things, and most things, are not really true, but it's how you feel. So we need to rewash your brain so that you can be all into this process and open the door to the goal of having a happy and healthy relationship and marriage. When we first meet, most couples always want me to change the other person. It's always the other person, is the problem. I can't stand the other person. You, Mitch, have to change that person. Well, I'm here to say I am not going to change anyone. I'm not going to change your spouse or your partner. I'm going to free you all to be just who you really are. And most people, if not all people that I meet, are genuinely loving and kind people. Yes, you're loving and kind, patient with everybody else in the world. But with the one that I vowed to hold up as the most important person in the world to me, that person we hurt, abuse, don't forgive, hold a list against. I'm always going to talk to you about you, because you can only control what you do. And I am not going to ask you to do anything that you do not want to do, because most people end up doing what they want to do, because it's easy to do something you want to do compared to jumping through hoops for people. I'll do this for you, but I don't want to do it, and I hold it against you and hate you because I did do it. But I'm not going to ask you to jump through any hoops. I'm not going to ask you to do anything particularly hard. I'm just going to ask you to be who you really are, a loving and kind person, without allowing somebody else to make you mad enough to be into somebody that is ugly and angry and mean-spirited and unforgiving. Nope, most people are very loving and kind. That's why you fell in love with each other in the first place. So I'm going to free you, both of you, so that you don't have to walk on eggshells around each other, to be just who you are. Once you have decided to be all in and stop psychoanalyzing me and deciding what you think I say is right or wrong, or if it's going to work or not work, once you've allowed yourself to say, okay, Mitch, I'm going to do what you say, because everything I've tried before hasn't worked. Well, then the first step is going to be, we want to kill our list, what I call pop a cap in your list, because it's your list that is ruining your marriage, and it will ruin everything in your life. This list is all of the things that I hold against my spouse. I can actually do it with people at work, my family, my wife's family, my husband's family, friends, strangers, people in parking lots, the people on the highway. I can have a list against everyone. And the problem with the list is that it only accuses. It never fixes anything. It just accuses everyone else for ruining or affecting my day in a terrible way. But a lot of the people don't even know that they did that. So they really haven't done anything to me. It's me, as I hold it against them, ruining my own life. And the saddest thing is 99% of the things on your list are not really true. They may be how you feel, and that feels true. That's how you really feel. But it's not really true what has happened. That's like when people always say, "You never do this. You always do this." That's probably not particularly true. Because it seems so big, it feels very true, but it's not. You don't always do that. You never do that. It's just how people feel. And a lot of times what happens is somebody will say something to us with an attitude or a rough attitude, and we take what they said and twist the motive of what they meant into something mean, and then we put it on our list and hold it against them. Because then I have my list which will justify my unloving and uncaring behavior. This list, if you do not get rid of it, will ruin everything in your life.